What is up, YouTube? Everyone watching these videos. Today we're going to be reading the Bible all the way through episode 177. Today we're going to be reading the Bible all the way through episode 177, like I said. We're going to be reading Isaiah chapter 8. And I'm going to try to get through as much of it as possible. So without further ado, let's get started. Hopefully the camera's not all sideways, but yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Isaiah chapter 8. Moreover, the Lord said unto me, Take thee a great roll and write in it with a man's pen concerning Mahasalisbuz. And I took unto me faithful witness to record Uriah the priest and... One second. And I took unto me faithful witness to record Uzziah the priest and Zariah the son of man Zebediah. And I went unto the prophets, and she conceived and bare a son. Then said the Lord to me, Call his name Meshilhazbuz, for before the child shall have knowledge to cry, My father and my mother, the riches of Damascus and the spoil of Samaria shall be taken away before the king of Isaiah. The Lord spake also unto me, saying, Forasmuch as this people refuseth the waters of Shiloah, go softly and rejoice in Rezin and Remaliah's son. Now therefore, behold, the Lord bringeth up upon them the waters of the river strong and many, even the king of Israel, and all his glory, and he shall come up over all his channels, and go over all his banks, and he shall pass through Judea. He shall overflow and go over, he shall reach even to the neck, and the strengthening out of his wings shall fill the breadth of thy land, O Emmanuel. Associate yourselves, O ye people, and ye shall be broken in pieces, and give ear, all ye of far countries. Gird yourselves, and ye shall be broken in pieces. Gird yourselves, and ye shall be broken in pieces. Take counsel together, and it shall come to naught. Speak the word, and it shall not stand, for God is with us. For the Lord spake thus to me with a strong hand, and instructed me that I should not walk in the way of his people, saying, Say ye not a confederacy to all them to whom this people shall say, A confederacy, neither fear ye their fear, nor be afraid. Sanctify the Lord of hosts himself, and let him be your fear, and let him be your dread, and he shall be for a sanctuary, but for a stone of stumbling, and for a rock of offense to both the houses of Israel, for a gin and for a snare to the inhabitants of Jerusalem. And many among them shall stumble and fall, and be broken, and be snared, and be taken. Bind up the testimony, seal the law among my disciples, and I will wait upon the Lord that hideth his face from the house of Jacob, and I will look for him. Behold, I and the children whom the Lord hath given me are for signs and wonders in Israel from the Lord of hosts, which dwelleth in Mount Zion. And when they shall say unto you, Seek unto them that have familiar spirits, and unto wizards that peep and that mutter, should not a people seek unto their God? For the living to the dead, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them, and they shall pass through it hardly bested and hungry. And it shall come to pass that when they shall be hungry, they shall fret themselves, and curse their king and their God, and look upward, and they shall look onto the earth, and behold trouble and darkness, dimness of anguish, and they shall be driven to darkness. Isaiah chapter 9. Nevertheless, the dimness shall not be such as was in her vexation, when at the first he lightly afflicted the land of Zebulun and the land of Naphtali, and afterward did more grievously afflicted her by the way of the sea beyond Jordan in Galilee of the nations. The people that walked in darkness have seen a great light. They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death, upon them hath the light shined. Thou hast multiplied the nation, and not increased the joy. They joy before thee according to the joy in harvest, and as men rejoice when they divide the spoil. For thou hast broken the yoke of his burden, and the staff of his shoulder, and the rod of his oppressor, as in the day of Midian. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end, upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with government, with judgment, and with justice, from henceforth even forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this. The Lord sent a word into Jacob, and it hath lighted upon Israel. And all the people shall know, even Ephraim, and the inhabitant of Samaria, that say in the pride and stoutness of heart, the bricks are fallen down, but we will build with hewn stones. The sycamores are cut down, but we will change them into cedars. Therefore the Lord shall set up the adversaries of reason against him, and join his enemies together, the Syrians before, and the Philistines behind, and they shall devour Israel with open mouth. For all this his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. For the people turneth not unto him that smiteth them, neither do they seek the Lord of hosts. Therefore the Lord will cut off from Israel head and tail, branch and rush in one day. The ancient and honorable, he is the heed, and the prophet that taketh lies. He is the tail for the leaders of his people. Cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. Therefore the Lord shall have no joy in their young men, neither shall have mercy on their fatherless and widows. For every one is an hypocrite and an evildoer, and every mouth speaketh folly. For all this his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. For wickedness burneth as the fire, it shall devour the briars in thorns, and shall kindle in the thickest of the forest. And they shall mount up like the lifting up of smoke. Through the wrath of the Lord of hosts is the land of darkened, and the people shall be as the fuel of the fire. No man shall spare his brother, and he shall stretch on the right hand and be hungry, and he shall eat on the left hand, and they shall not be satisfied. They shall eat every man the flesh of his own arm. Messiah, Ephraim, and Ephraim, Messiah, and they together shall be against Judea. For all this his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. I'm going to read chapter 10 11, 12, 13. How big? Isaiah is a pretty big book. I'm going to try to do a longer episode. And maybe get through like 15 chapters. Where are we at? I'm just making sure, we haven't done that many episodes, which I want us to do more. Yeah, we just got through yeah, we're gonna have to do, we did 8, and we did 9. Because 10 is a pretty long chapter, and we're already like 10 minutes in. I might be doing some like longer 2-hour episodes. I've been always thinking about that, but I'm like, I'm not sure. I just have to find a 2-hour block that I can, just sit down and read. But, yeah. Hopefully you all are having an amazing day. Without further ado, I'm going to pray. Dear Jesus, thank you for this wonderful day you've given us. I just pray that we just all be in your word every single day, and that we'd all be more and more like you every single day. Just gonna pray. Amen. And I'll see you guys next video. Bye!